this second semifinal of Schuck Cup number 6. This is Sheik from Russia versus 14 Sway from China, and he is playing Night Elf. Here are your players, ladies and gentlemen. 17 years old. We can't point this out enough that we have these young new talents from China. It's pretty damn amazing. So far, Sheik has a good track record against the young Chinese in some competitions. Last time we had Blade from Moldova in the semifinals, who then got wrecked on the final day. Will Sheik do better and advance to the grand final against Focus? Let's see.
Absolutely, 14 Sway is one of the most talented young guys we have in the scene. Sheik, he's been around for a long time. We can't really call him a rookie anymore, but it seems that currently he is experiencing probably his strongest shape to date, as far as what I was able to see from him at least. You know what I just realized? 14 Sway has quite a lot of similarities with another player from Russia, with Johnny Cage.
He plays human at Night Elf. He's young.
He's talented, he's new in the scene, and yeah. Is that not enough for you, Neil?
I was like, I thought you'd impress me, but coming up with obvious stats is okay, Remo. It's still early in the cast.
But yeah, I was expecting 14 Sway here to go human. He is, strictly speaking, main race human, but he can also off-race Night Elf pretty well. I saw him once off-race Undead. That didn't look that good.
No.
But his Night Elf and human are really good. And he is picking the Night Elf here, deeming that to be a better matchup. Sheik, of course, Undead through and through.
As it should be.
As it should be. Absolutely.
Wait, did he get the big one?
No.
Ah, no, the Enforcer is still up. I thought for a second the Acolyte got it, but no, here's the level 2. That means Entangle. Cloak of Shadows also pretty good. Death Knight gets all of the creep spot as well with the Lightning Shield trick. Ghouls will heal up. And of course, it's a ghoul build order by Sheik. As it oftentimes is. Not always, oftentimes is in this matchup. Tier 2 has started for 14 Sway. And Claws of Attack, which is always great against ghouls.
DK could have been doing that Lightning Shield creep a little bit better. Cost him 2 coils to creep this then instead of 1, so he's a little bit lower mana now. Keeper just continuing to go on with his own creep route. It's a nice thing here on AZ. It's really easy to creep up to level 3 with the camps outside the main. DK wants to prevent this, disrupt this as much as he can. With this play, we certainly expect an expansion from the Night Elf at one point, but not just yet.
Thank you, Agent Smagol, for the 5-month resub, Das Gurks for the 22-month resub, and Renman287 for the 550 bits coming in, eating a homemade burger and watching Back to Warcraft. Perfect Sunday. I made some homemade burgers yesterday after the cast, so we're burger bros.
Oh, nice. I really like burgers as well. I was at a...
Who doesn't? That's like, I like to breathe.
That's not true. Not everyone likes burgers. Not everyone even likes pizza so much.
Come on, those people.
Most people are okay.
Degenerates.
Anyways, I was at this place called the Stadtbalkon, and they have a pretty big burger menu. And I looked at the menu and was like, huh, I feel like going burgers. And the one burger at the top was classic burger. And I didn't even read what it actually had as ingredients. I was like, you know, it's the regular burger. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take the classic burger. Then the burger arrives a couple of minutes later. It was ciabatta bread, patty, and roasted onions. And that was it.
There's pretty much nothing classic about it except the patty.
And that was like, it was a ciabatta patty. Like it wasn't even a normal patty. I was really surprised. I was like, huh, didn't expect that. But it was the classic burger in their menu is that kind of burger. And it was good and all, you know, but ideally, usually I would like some lettuce and cheese as well. But whatever, it was pretty good.
Should have ordered the classic cheeseburger then.
It's a lot of ghouls from Sheik. It's a hell of a lot of ghouls. He's 30 supply with only ghouls and DK. So that's 10 ghouls. Quick maths, Neo. Did you follow?
No.
That's why I'm here for you. I can do your math for you. I'm like a calculator.
Yeah, of course. We know that. The history of Remo doing math on Back to Warcraft streams is almost as good as the win rate of Wyvern just once. We have
today 100% win rate.
Today 100% indeed. We have an Alchemist second. That is not a big surprise. No Demon Hunter here. So we're waiting for Sheik's push, and it's coming. Tier 3 has started. No second hero yet. But 5 ghouls are hurt, so he can operate with 4. It's not the greatest, actually. Expansion is coming up. It's almost done.
What is Sheik's plan? Does he want to frenzy, push, kill the Tree of Life? Because he's not going to be killing air units.
Yeah.
He's still not going into feeds.
I think...
As far as expo timings go, by the way, this is pretty late, actually, from the Night Elf side. And the tree still isn't walking over. He's forgetting about it.
Okay, that buys Sheik more time for the frenzy. Level 2 Alchemist, he wasn't really dependent on this creep spot, but I think Sheik would have loved to get this one. 14 Sway stealing it. I think it's quite a nice touch. Yeah. Is he killing that Shadow Priest? Okay, Acid Bomb, no Entangle anymore. And he can't, of course, go into a surround against all these ghouls.
The reason why Sheik can be somewhat aggressive here is because the Keeper is so low mana. But once he goes back to the Moonwells to get more mana points again, these ghouls would just be dying one by one. Thanks to the level 2 Entangle, of course. Slaughterhouse is coming, Tier 3 is coming, still not a single Fiend. I've never seen this before. Quite intriguing.
So, I mean, it's very likely that he kills the tree, as the Alchemist is not level 3, and in general, there's not much damage on the field for 14 Sway. But then, should it be possible to go mass air on 1 base, right?
Oh, the Tree of Life getting intercepted here. How much damage is there? Just a couple of skeletons and the ghouls. This is not enough, but it forces the TP back, which is not too bad.
It's only 2 ghouls here. 4 now. But the DK is so hurt. Another Entangle hits him. Acid Bomb hits him. Guaranteed TP.
Oh, if he gets 2 archers, though, that's a good trade. Oh, so close. And the Lich almost runs out of range. That was scary.
Thank you, Bad Donkey 1, for the Prime sub.
Now the Fiends are coming.
Wow. Against double wind.
So it's kind of
he
like
needs double crypt.
It's kind of like old school Dovak style. Like a whole bunch of frenzy ghouls and just 1 or 2 fiends to get the webs going.
Speaking of Dovak, we might see him later in the W3IL Season 2 kickoff. Team Sweden versus UMAD. Thank you, Dawn of War 90, for the 9-month resub. So Frenzy is done, right? Or is it?
No, not yet.
No.
It's coming in right now. Does he not have Destroyer?
Nope.
Oh, no Destroyer upgrade? What? Sheik, what is this build? This is doesn't look like it's a good one.
He has the orb on the DK to have more anti-air. That shows his desperation.
Oh, he didn't even have web yet. Yeah, nah, dude. This is not working out. I believe. Expo keeps on mining and mining. And this is exactly how the Night Elf loves to play this. Force some kills, find some pickoffs before the big timing push rolls around towards the expansion. And 1 Fiend has been taken out, 1 or 2 ghouls have been taken out. And the Night Elf army keeps on growing and growing.
Oh yeah, we have 5 Fairy Dragons queued. They are very fast in production, so web is finished now, but we don't have a single fiend to use on. He has to right-click this tree.
Yeah. That's the
but
only
he has
play.
no TP to get out. So whatever he does, there will be a lot of losses, or still an expo against him. Aiming for the Keeper now. There is no TP on him, but a big potion. Oh, Coil Nova almost gets rid of him. Potion has been used. Oh, sweet. The cloak is helping him. No reveal here. No dust. And more losses for Sheik.
Remembering his cloak there. Otherwise, yeah, this was a good surround and the potion wasn't enough. The Alchemist, though, still in trouble. This actually, ridiculously enough, is not over yet. Sheik should have really sent something to the laboratory, though, for a reveal, but he didn't quite do that. But dude, somehow this is apparently working out.
Seriously, how? Web is coming in. Keeper is completely out of this fight. It's only the Alchemist. Nice. Coil, not enough. Nova, not enough. But the Frenzy Ghoul. Oh, the potion from the shop. And the Zeppelin is there for evacuation as well. Nicely done by 14 Sway, but he's struggling, man.
Yeah, he's losing more and more of his air units. Not a lot of supply left. Well, for neither side, honestly.
But
Smartly.
I think it's fine for Sheik. He can fight with his heroes for now. Statues have been taken out, but these ferries are all out of the fight. And if he has web... Oh, he has web, but he can't reach.
Getting the shot would also be a big deal. Healing is really tough right now to come by for 14 Sway. It's not nighttime yet. He needs to bide his time until nighttime. And then he's going to have to be able to make more use of these Moonwells again. DK, though, is going to be basically level 4. It's really nice for the aura.
It's not enough. 2 HP.
But not too much pressure on this tree right here. We have only a small army. It is the 3 heroes, yes, but not much more.
Two more ghouls are coming. Apart from that, only fiends in production. Keeper is back with level 4. Heal scroll for him as well. No invo. Oh, he has an invo on the keeper. Alright, he's continuing to attack the tree. And with the ghouls, I can see that working. We have a Dark Ranger third now.
14 Sway is coming in from the north again, but you want more than 52 supply usually. This isn't that much, but there's still no destroyer. So Entangle should be really good. Not using it yet. The Alchemist is silenced, getting focused in the front line. He has a heal scroll, still not using it yet. There we go. Against the Nova, trying to heal up against it as best as he can. But here comes the Entangle. Instant Destroyer morph after. Saves that Fiend, but the Lich still in trouble. Coil, where's the Coil?
Oh, the cloak! But here's the reveal, and he knocks him down with right clicks. Yep, he didn't think of that reveal. There's a laboratory, my friend. Didn't think of it himself, and didn't think of it of 14 Sway using it. So that's the win for the Chinese. Damn, it was close. It was like way too close for this build, actually.
And that's the thing about the ghouls. Like, they do nothing against air, but against heroes and buildings, they're really good. If he gets those 2 hero kills, does he win the game? Probably, I guess. But congrats to, or props to 14 Sway. That cloak was absolutely clutch. But I think this is just... I don't know about that build, dude. 10 ghouls? Like, he was trying to transition into fiends later on, but if you go 10 ghouls, then on tier 3 you need frenzy, you need web, you need at least 1 fiend, rather 2. It's just too much time.
I think so too. Not the most elaborated build of all. Maybe he had a different game plan and something destroyed it? Because I can't think of... like, if you think of a flawless game and you play that build, what's really the purpose of it?
He was trying to be aggressive against the ghouls, against the archers on tier 2. Maybe he's hoping to find some better Nova connection and then find pickups against the archers with those ghouls. But that's also just hoping that the keeper doesn't have mana. If the keeper has mana, you're gonna lose 1 ghoul after the next. I don't know. It looks like he hasn't figured this matchup too well out for himself, perhaps, just yet.
Okay, we'll see. That was Amazonia. Now we go on to Sheik's map choice, and that is Northern Isles.
So unusual to see this from an undead. Usually this is always the Night Elf go-to. It's an instant level 2, it's a big consumable, it's easy creeping to level 3, and the expansion isn't too hard either, so it's kind of like all the boxes ticked for the Night Elf. It is, however, a good counter expansion map, something that some undeads like to play in this matchup. Didn't think Sheik was one of them, though.
So, you said maybe he hasn't figured out this matchup. The stats underline this. Only 43% win rate versus Night Elf. Of course, we have a couple of strong Night Elves in Europe, also in these Chinese Cups that Sheik is playing more and more and more. But yeah, 43 on pro level is really bad. So let's see if 14 Sway can make it into the grand final against Focus. He only needs 1 more win for that, and then would be Sheik drop down to the game for third against Schuck.
Something that I really liked that was shown by Xlord actually was like early DK harass, try to slow down the keeper, get a staff somewhere on the way there, and then harass on his side of the map. And then at one point you move out your ghouls to your natural, staff onto the ghouls, and then have a safe creep at the gold mine. And you can even bring in, with backpack, the skull for a counter expansion.
That's pretty smart, man.
Yeah, that looked like it was really well developed. But for some reason, at the EGG game against Neutron, he never did that anymore. When before he did it, didn't really understand why. But yeah, is Sheik someone who likes to play like that, or is he more old school undead with the good old tier 3 timing, which is most of the time an all-in as well? I would expect him to be more one-base centric.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
And of course, again, the question, when will the Night Elf expand? We have a Keeper once again, no Demon Hunter plays, and the normal creep spot at the Tuskers. How is, like, the rush distance here on this map is a little bigger than on Amazonia, right?
Yeah, quite a bit larger, I'd say. Especially towards the main, but also towards the expo. And definitely gonna be a longer march for the undead side. Acolyte did scout, did confirm, but it also immediately died, which is not really what you want. But okay, it's only an Acolyte, shouldn't be too painful. DK moving out with the ghouls. Oh, he's going to be creeping that camp immediately himself, which is going to be the instant level 2 for him. Tech is going to be slightly delayed because of taking out 3 ghouls. If you do it with 2 only, it's a lot faster of a tech. But of course, with only 2 ghouls, you can't really creep this now, can you? Greater mana found for the DK. That's the dream. What do we have on the Keeper? Big healing. Can be useful in the late game, but especially earlier on, usually not required.
Sheik gotta be a little careful with this ghoul, but I think the skeletons are soaking this up. Man, Bloodlust is no fun for these ghouls. I can tell you that much.
And this is starting to be quite the delay on the tech, actually. You can feel the 3 ghouls now. This under tech would have started a long time ago if he hadn't been creeping that heavily. But here we go now. DK is himself, of course, level 2. Would love to steal some creeps. The more you can delay level 3 on the Keeper, the better it is. Flesh Eater, that's the big one. But,
the entangle came in. That was a quick entangle by 14 Sway. Really well done.
I think if he used the coil right after getting entangled, he could have still gotten the last hit there. DK control there. Not the best we've ever seen, but I'm really spoiled by watching Happy streams, where just every single bit of movement and usage is perfect. But yeah, DK still got his level 2, is moving to the natural now to creep with the ghouls. The Wisp sees it though. This could be a little bit dangerous. Tree of Life being scouted, but honestly, that tree isn't that early that you need to cancel it by all means.
Yeah. And this, like, early expansion creep, tier 2 expansion maybe?
I am always a big fan of tier 2 expo, but you kind of want Gargs with that, ideally, but there's not even a graveyard yet for Sheik. He is really rich, once again, with a lot of ghouls. 9 ghouls this time instead of 10 ghouls, however. And Keeper Illusion coming in, scaring Sheik a little bit here, but of course that one can't deal damage. And the DK is now close to level 3. If he gets level 3, by the time the Lich comes out, the Coil Nova against archers can certainly find plenty of kills.
Of course, it's going to be an Alchemist as well. There's going to be a Keeper with a lot of Entangle. Not going to be that easy. We have the Graveyard now, massively late. In the meantime, of course, no Hunter's Hole needed for this mass air play. Expo at 60% can still be punished. How many ghouls do we have healthy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This Alchemist, I think, can deal with it.
Yeah, don't think the ghouls really have a decent shot at being aggressive before tier 3 either. And yeah, tier 3 is a little delayed this time around. So tier 2 finishes for Sheik. Instant tier 3 tech coming up after. I really don't like that he's delaying the Lich. The Lich gives you so much aggressive potential. DK gets the last hit with the coil, so one more, and that's his level 3. Oh, and the Null does him the favor. That's pretty nice. Gets a few more.
That was big. Like, getting level 3 before the Lich is out is a big help. And no ghouls had to be called for this. No health lost, so they're all regenerating up on the Blight. Now they're all healthy again. Slaughterhouse tier 3 Lich. Sheik is gearing up for the early late game.
And this is where Sheik right now could start making fiends. But he waited much longer than that in the previous game. Wants to find more kills. It is viable here actually to pop the big mana potion to diminish these archer numbers. But if you pop it and don't get the archer kills, then it's going to be a massive waste. So not doing that just yet.
Since there's... Oh! Didn't get it. Since there's a... Oh, mana stone. So nice. Poison Ivy goes for the coil now. Since there's going to be a lot of hero focus, I think it's wise to save this mana potion for later.
Here comes the Lich now. Gonna be bringing new Rods of Necromancy. And continuing to harass the Night Elf side here. The Alchemist on level 1 really isn't a good hero. On level 2 he's better, but you really want him on level 3 for that level 2 Acid Bomb against the Fiends. And this is being made very difficult for 14 Sway.
We're getting the hippos now. Still not a single fiend, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, we have one. And I don't think he has web. There shouldn't be any time for this. He can go for it soon. But the Lich is out. No orb yet, of course. Very passive game.
Macro slipping by 14 Sway, by Sheik, excuse me, once again. 400 gold, no fiend in production. Here we go now. And, you know, these don't matter too much necessarily if you forget production for 20 seconds. But for fiend numbers against mass air Night Elf, it's really, really, really important. So that macro mistake actually matters. Losing one more ghoul to the creeps. There's a few sloppy mistakes in here that Sheik could be playing a little bit better.
Yeah, and 14 Sway is not pressured at all. Like, he's mining gold from 2 bases. He's creeping a lot of big spots in the middle. This looks good for him, actually. Fairy production starts as well. It's gonna be soon at 60. There's still only 2 fiends, and I'm still not sure about the web.
Doesn't have it yet. It's probably gonna get it after the frenzy. This is still gonna be a strong timing, though. He can actually bring every single ghoul, because Sheik does have enough lumber for the rest of the game. DK is getting closer to 4. Lich is level 2. The hero levels are looking okay. If Sheik does a decent job of keeping his fiends alive, this all-in push could absolutely work out.
Okay. A little hesitant, though. I feel 14 Sway is already pretty strong. With his big mana items that he has, it's gonna be a lot of acid bomb, but he's not level 3. And maybe that will break his neck. Not having the acid bomb 2 against all these ghouls. I feel like Sheik needs the heal scroll. Not going for it. Web is finished in a second. Dark Ranger again. How do you feel about this Dark Ranger?
Don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
Me neither.
But Happy does it, so many people do it as well.
Fiends are ready with web. First focus almost kills the ghoul. Coils against it. Again, no destroyer in the air. Upgrade should be done though.
Oh, he's supply blocked. He doesn't have the ziggurat for the destroyer. That's a really, really big mistake.
No counter to the entangle. Ghouls waiting for their moment. Is it this one? Seems like it. Fiend coiled as well, but that's a lot of mana used early in the fight. No real hero focus. He's trying to get rid of some units, but the Alchemist at 50%. Does the Keeper have a staff? I'm not too sure, but he found level 3 finally. Destroyer is ready. Only one statue on the ground being focused by the air units as well. Has to move back. The Fairy Dragons really good against the statue as well. And where is the army of Sheik? The ghouls have disappeared. They couldn't get a kill either. Alchemist is back to full health here. And yeah, this did work.
Yeah. Not quick enough with the damage, not enough damage there. Just a little bit too much. If Sheik hits a little bit sooner there, before Night Elf, 60 Night Elf supply, maybe he can do it, but yeah, 2 fiends only. It's very hard to deal with these air numbers. What's the Dark Ranger done so far? She used a couple of silences. and that was kind of it. I still think she is the wrong choice against this mass air style.
I really don't feel the silence. GG, 14 Sway in the grand final of Schuck Cup 6. What an accomplishment for this talented 17-year-old guy, and he wasn't breaking a sweat. I mean, it was a little gift by Sheik as well, handed to him, but feels like he played with a lot of routine. He wasn't under pressure at all, just played it carefully. That was nice to see. But yeah, I really don't feel the silence. Like, what's the silence doing?
It's okay if it delays some entangle, but 425 gold, is that worth delaying the entangle for 7 seconds?
I don't
believe so.
I don't think so at all. So again, European regional player reaching the semifinal, dropped to the game for third with not the best games in the semis. It's kind of the same with Sheik last week. But we'll see if Sheik can get the third place, a thing that Blade couldn't. He will be up against Sock next, and our grand final is 14 Sway versus Focus in, right after that one. So pretty one-sided game so far. Let's see if that changes. Bear with us for Sock versus Sheik, game for third, coming up in a bit.